What's up, guys? Why Not Be Reckless, aka Why Not Be Casting, and I'm one of the HCS commentators, and we have another HCS weekly report. And let me tell you, this one is gonna be crazy. We're gonna be talking about a player cheating in an HCS tournament just last week. Lethul playing with Sentinels again. Snipedown not going to Apex, and Spacestation Gaming signing young new talent and a new superstar. Let's get right into it. So right off the rip, we got to talk about there was a player. Oh, sorry about that. There was a player who cheated in the. I'm sorry, excuse me. Not only the open event on Sunday, but also even won the free for all. That's right. He got first place in the free for all, and he has been exposed by Lxthul. Now, let me tell you. Number one, we have seen a lot of cheating accusations in Halo, and some of them seem warranted, some of them have not, some of them provided proof, some of them have not. Let me tell you, this video is the best proof that I've ever seen with somebody accusing somebody of cheating. This has set the standard of saying, hey, look, I believe this person's suspicious. This is why. And in 6 minutes and 25 seconds, this gentleman explains, number one, that, by the way, player's name, Benjamin, won the FFA and got top 24 in the open series. Number one, he shows micro adjustment movements that would be near impossible with controller within the video. Also shows a video of him playing Fortnite registered as a controller, but you can very clearly hear the mouse and keyboard clicks. And then most importantly, the biggest example was him on the Zim forums posting 2018 to as recently as a few months ago with his gamer tag even in the post. Now in this video, he talks about the Benjamin using a Zim. It is to confuse the system that you're playing on to thinking that you're playing on controller, even though you're playing on mouse and keyboard. You have the advantages of all the movement and all that control that you have with mouse and keyboard, while also having the advantage of the system thinking you're playing on controller, giving you that aim assist. It is absolutely insane, and it is not allowed in any competitive play. And apparently, Benjamin was using it. Now, again, I'm going to keep this video in the description down below. 6 minutes and 25 seconds. I highly recommend that you guys watch it because it's impossible to go back from this. Even, you know, as even more proof, his teammate that got top 24 with them, Leaderness, posting, just to clarify, all accusations came after that open. I did a little research, decided to not play with them again. We picked them up as a random fourth that night before the tournament and haven't played with them since. It's pretty obvious that if a team picks you up as a random fourth and you get top 24, that's really good. You're literally 2 rounds away from making it into the Pro Series for qualifying for that Thursday, and they decided not to go with them, not to scrim forward. So that was suspicious right off the rip. And apparently, one of his teammates even saying, again, it might be the same one, not sure, it's been blocked off, but it says, I played one open with them, saw the proof, and dropped them. Could be the same person as Leaderness, but either way, it's one of his teammates. Probably Leaderness a follow real quick. I'm being disrespectful here. Either way, it's pretty damning evidence, and the fact that he was able to win the free for all. Obviously, I think this should be investigated by HCS and or FaZe in this situation because this has to be rectified. Somebody needs to get those points that ultimately knocked him down. Maybe second place gets the first place points, third gets the second, fourth, and so on and so forth. But I think something needs to be done because, again, if you guys watch that video, there's no ways going back from it. Either way, gonna move on to some happier news. Snipdown not going to Apex and is staying with Halo. In fact, he says his passion has been restored. Says Snipedown, it's time for me to lock down and grind some Halo. Got 2 events left in the year, and I'm ready to give it my all. Anytime Snipedown's in the scene, it's absolutely incredible. I just think there's certain players that are in the scene, including Snipedown. I also want to say Pistola, Frosties, you know, those players in the world just make the scene better, and they bring eyeballs, they bring numbers. So really happy to hear that Snipedown's going to continue competing in Halo. Hopefully it's under FaZe, but even if not, I'm sure he's going to land on a dynamite team, and he's going to be absolutely incredible. But hopefully he stays with FaZe. Moving forward, apparently on June 12th, Sentinels will be returning. As you guys know, they haven't competed in any of the Pro Series so far, so they would have to qualify through the Open to qualify for Pro Series, which, to be serious, it's Sentinels. But Lethul is playing on this squad. Now, HCS Intel reported not too long ago that Lethul was being dropped for Renegade. We saw that Renegade was leaving Cloud9, and we did see that that was kind of backed up with the fact that Bound was playing with Cloud9 under the within the Pro Series. Not only that, also won it with them, by the way. So it just kind of led us to believe that Renegade was going to be going to Sentinels, just like HCS Intel had reported. So this just raises a bunch of questions. Number one, is Renegade going? You know, is it something like, you know, contract negotiations not have gone through yet? Is it something like maybe Lethul is gonna stay on Sentinels as a backup player, as a bench player? I'm wondering if is he just a placeholder for now, and maybe once the contracts go through, maybe on the Open Series we see Renegade take his spot. Either way, what we know as of right now, as of today, June 8th, is that Lethul is set to compete under Sentinel. So this is going to be absolutely insane. Can't wait to watch them compete again and see where they go. But that's kind of going a little bit further into the future. Let's talk about a little bit more here and now. And just 2 days ago, Spacestation Gaming announced that they're signing Suppressed, another young superstar, and we saw Exit actually dropping Suppressed, which was really surprising. I thought Suppressed was one of their one of their best players. I mean, him and Suspector and their slang ability was absolutely deadly. So it really caught me by surprise when they dropped Suppressed from the roster. But Spacestation Gaming now gonna bring him on, and now I'm doing the math. You got Suppressed, you got Collect, and you have Tylenol. 3 players that can stuff that stat sheet, that can add kills on the board. It's absolutely insane. As far as slays go, they should have that. Then you have Ace bringing that veteran leadership along with his brother and coach, excuse me, Alumni. Spacestation Gaming have been looking better and better, and I don't know. I'm excited for Spacestation Gaming. You guys let me know down below if you guys think they can go the distance. I'm thinking with this squad, their potential should be top 6 and above, and they should be walking in top 8. I mean, the Spacestation game was already good, and now with Suppressed on the squad, they are really dangerous. I would not want to run into them in the Open or the Pro Series. You know, well, speaking of Pro Series, might as well talk about it. Let's talk about this bracket and each and every one of these matchups and see what I think, and ultimately what you guys think as well. Cloud9 versus Digging Deep. I heard Max was going insane. Llama 2 got, I believe, a former professional Call of Duty player, Employee Conspiracy, 2 players that have been around the block. I got to have Cloud9 taking it, but good luck to Digging Deep. That's going to be tough. They'll go down to the lower bracket most likely. Fnatic going up against Need Points. Need Points, very interesting roster. Piggy, deciding formerly of Spacestation Gaming. Piggy, formerly of Luminosity. Hotshot Ghost, formerly of Torrent, and Ryan Noob, currently signed to United, going up against Envoy, Jazero, Set Defy, and Super CC. I think this is really interesting because I believe they no, actually no, that was Commonly. Excuse me, I apologize. I'm mixing a couple of players because either way, this is going to be an interesting matchup. I don't know. I think Fnatic is just too good. I think Fnatic comes out on top of this, but I don't want to count out Need Points at all. This is a dangerous roster and can definitely pull off the upset here. My thing is just that Fnatic have been together for so long. They know what they want to accomplish, and when I have 2 what I consider to be equally level teams, I usually gear towards the team that's been together longer. So I think Fnatic come out on top in this matchup. Next matchup, very interesting. Pioneers and what's put in under Stainers, but that's going to be Built by Gamers here. Very interesting. You have Bohm, Mines, Nemesis. They recently dropped King J, and it looks like their coach, Neighbor, is going to be signing. A lot of you guys know Neighbor from Halo 3, an absolute menace. He's also nasty at Halo Infinite. Now, I love this trio. I think this trio is really strong. I really like King J on the squad. I'm kind of upset that he's not going to be on it because I thought he just rounded out the squad so well. Built by Gamers and Pioneers, they went toe-to-toe in Kansas City, and I think they put up one hell of a fight. Although Neighbor's a god player, I just don't know if he still has that top-tier talent that Built by Gamers would need him to unleash in order to take down Pioneers. I think Pioneers end up winning this. However, if BBG move forward, there's going to be something interesting here. So BBG, if they manage to beat Pioneers, they move right here. Now, what gets really interesting is the player they dropped, King J, is literally right next to the bracket. So say that Wake Up are able to take down Spacestation Gaming, which by the way, Spacestation Gaming going to be a very tough out. But you're talking about Alex Shock, Precision, King J, and Aperture. This is probably one of my favorite teams in the bracket right now, because I think they're a total dark horse team. I think it's a team that people are gonna mistakenly overlook, and you're gonna find out how strong they are. I think they have the capability of upsetting Space Station Gaming, especially as Space Station Gaming is now introducing Suppressed to the lineup. You know, I'm not sure how much they've scrimmed together. I'm not sure how much work they've put in, but if there's any time to pull off an upset against them, it's right here, right now. And if this team wins, you're gonna have King J playing against his former team with the coach filling in round number 2 in the tournament. I mean, come on. If you know me, I love me some tea. That's definitely some tea right there. Finally, moving on, you have Optic going up against Power Circle, Claim, Parzelli, Eli Elite, and Mox. Parzelli and Mox were formerly of Shopify Rebellion. Shopify Rebellion, I believe, picked up Cherish and Diagram, one of the triplets. But I'll double check that because they're in this bracket as well. Claim and Eli Elite have been teaming together for quite some time now. No surprise here, but I mean, I got Optic Gaming winning this. Sorry, Eli Elite, I know you're one of my locals. You know you're my homie. I don't have you taking down Optic, at least not tomorrow. Give you a little bit of time. You got this. And y'all know I said I like me some tea. You know I like me some tea. Oxygen Esports, the former home of Swish Fives, going up against G1, the new home of Swish Fives, in round number 1. G1, a very strong squad. Been there, done that squad now, and quickly becoming one of the fan favorites and one of the ultimate underdog squads, going up against Oxygen Esports, still made up of Common and Name. They picked up Triton, which was a huge pickup from Complexity. I still don't know how Triton ended up on Oxygen Esports. And then you have JK, which I'm hearing not. JK was always a dominant player in Halo 5, known for playing on a 10-1 sensitivity. And I'm hearing that he's even more deadly here in Halo Infinite. I haven't got the chance to watch him as much as I would like to, but he was teaming with Furiously and Gold Star BR under EMGG. And they went to Kansas City together, and nobody had to make it out of open bracket. Not only did they make it out of open bracket, but they pulled off multiple upsets to get into the top 16. So really excited to see where JK ends up, in his career. But as of right now, Oxygen Esports, big organization and big expectations here. And again, Swish going up against his former teammate. Can't wait to watch that. Finally, or not finally, I guess next up we have G2 going up against Black Hand. G2 once again running with Rami, with Rami just last week, they got their best placing. G2 and Rami himself, I think got I want to say top 4. I want to say, I could be wrong on that one. Don't quote me. But either way, that was a huge for G2. So they're going to bring in Rami once again. The rumors are that he's filling in for Barcode. Eventually, Barcode is going to be coming in from ANZ and filling in on the G2 roster. And they're going up against Black Hand, who Core 3, like you would expect, but also including Haynes, formerly of Oxygen Esports. And I think our final matchup is Complexity going up against Luminosity. Complexity still rocking Vetra, and I'm sorry, Vetra's actually already on this Core 3. It was Triton here, and then stealing Furiously from that EMGG roster. Now, one thing you notice right off the rip, Furiously now going up against his former teammate Gold Star BR. These two teams together on that EMGG roster that got that top 16 that we were literally just talking about. Now going to match up in round number 1. Ooh, sip that tea. The trio of Carmea, Neronico, and Gold Star BR previously teamed in Halo 5. I know Cycles teamed with Neronico a few times as well. So good incognito, good roster. Luminosity now, very good roster. This is a toss-up. I would flip a coin. Like, honestly, flip a freaking coin. I love Monster, but I also love Monster in combination with Triton and Vetra. I still think this squad has the ability to pull off the win, but Luminosity, they're solid. They play fast. They win the individual gunfights. My brain is telling me go Complexity, but my heart is telling me go Luminosity. So I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna say Luminosity make it out, but I don't know. If Cloud9 and Fnatic match out, Cloud9 making it forward. Even though I want to see BBG and Wake Up go at it, I doubt it. I think Pioneers and Space Station Gaming Pioneers go forward. I'll say Optic and G1. Optic go forward. I'll say G2 and it doesn't matter. G2 complains over Luminosity. I say G2 go forward. At that point, you have Cloud9 versus Pioneers. Cloud9 make it to the winners finals, in my opinion. Optic versus we'll say Optic versus G2. I say actually we'll say Optic versus G2. Yeah, I'll say Optic make it forward. I think we see a winners finals of Optic and Cloud9 once again, which we saw just last week, where Cloud9 was not only able to beat Optic in the winners finals, actually beat them 3-0, I want to say. They also beat them in the grand finals, which was a best of 7, and I think it was a 4-1 finish in your last Pro Series, where ultimately Cloud9 and Bound were able to get it done. And I'll say Optic get the win this time. I'll say Cloud9 honeymoon phase just last week. They came out on top. They were looking really solid, but Optic are still a very good team that's been together a little bit longer. I say honeymoon phase over. Optic come out on top in the winners finals. They use that advantage to take it in the grand finals as well. And that's my picks going into tomorrow. If you guys agree with me, cool. Put the comments down below. If you guys think I'm a raging, bumbling fool and I'm totally wrong, hey, put it down below. Either way, leave a comment of some stuff that you want to hear about, stuff that you want to talk about, and what you think your bracket's going to look like and who's taking this tournament on Thursday. And also let me know, like, what's going on with Sentinels? I want to know. What do you guys think? Either way, catch you guys later. YouTube, we had over 1,000 subscribers. We're looking to get, I think we need to get 4,000 watched hours before it can become a partnered, monetized something. I don't freaking know. We stream every day, 10 o'clock in the morning, every morning. If you guys want to hang out with us, we do viewer games all the time. So you guys want to jump in and play with the low Onyx caster, you're more than welcome to do so. And I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Peace.